Good afternoon, my name is Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1318 Southeast 48th Avenue here in Portland, Oregon. Located in the basement of the home where there has been a toilet hole. It's a 4-inch cast iron flange here. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have a sink running. Here we go. Okay, here at 32 feet, it transitions from 4-inch cast iron to 6-inch terracotta pipe. We do have a couple of spots of root intrusion here at the transition joint, and then the next joint after that is actually completely open to the ground. You can see right up through the joint into the ground there. Could be a rat burrow. There's also roots coming through there too. We'll get that. I'll check that on the way back. More roots at 35 feet here. Okay, here at about 61 feet, just past it. I don't know what my camera's running into, but it's unable to get past the about 62-foot mark. So I'm going to get the line drained out. We'll get the water turned off so we can have a good look at the line once it's drained out completely. A good portion of this line likely is going to need a complete update. There's roots through every single terracotta joint so far. Okay, now the water's drained out, it's settled a little bit, have a clearer picture of what's going on here. It looks like a joint that's offset by a couple inches. You can also see, looks like loose rocks on the bottom of the flow line. It's possible it's from the pipe itself, but they could also be coming from the outside of the line. There's already been one joint that's been opened up to the ground, but I can't see any other part of the line to assess that. But I'm going to go ahead and mark right here. This is the furthest out point. It does require repair work. I'll mark either end of the repair with a green X. And I've also been told that there is a party line or possible party situation. See if we can hunt down the tie-in and figure that out. Okay, I did mark this with the green X. We're only about 2 feet short of the main lateral out on Southeast 48th Avenue, and about 8 feet 5 inches deep here. It's always a good idea, especially in the road and when the camera has to locate up through standing water to do relocates and double check the depths and location. But it is only about 6-8 inches from a city marking, so we are very close here. I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back. And I do recommend a repair here at this spot. As you can see, it's causing the line to dam up. It's either looks like an offset joint, but there's too much standing water to see, much more than we're looking at here. Okay, I'm going to try and locate where the curb meets, or where the line meets the curb at. I'll get that marked. The issue out in the street where the water's damming up because of the bad joint, that would be a city responsibility, so I would contact them so that they are aware of the situation out there in the street. Okay, we're right at the curb. I've just drawn another green X here. From the curb out to the main lateral should be the responsibility of the city, so I'm going to do most of my markings from the curb back. I did just put a marking, though, at that bad joint at 62 feet. We're about 6 feet 7 inches deep here, right where the curb is. And we do have some root intrusion here at 46 feet out on the right side of the line. Because of the age of the line, most of the joints are offset by about a ½ inch or so, if not more. We've got roots out to 46 feet, and they're in about every single joint out to that point. Because of that, I'm going to recommend the terracotta section be upgraded or updated. The part that the city is responsible for, I also think would be a good idea to have updated, but that's their jurisdiction, so I would just submit the report to them so they can decide what they're going to do about the line in the street. Between the spot repair will be marked at either end with either an X or a green T at the. I'll probably pull back to the cast iron transition and mark that with a T. In between those 2 points, though, I will just draw green lines showing the direction the pipe runs. Okay, we're here at the edge of the sidewalk, right where the sidewalk meets the front yard. Drawing a green line. It's at 5 feet 6 inches. As you can see, we'll pretty much have roots in every joint from this from 46 feet on back. I'm going to go ahead and do another marking here. Okay, we're going through the front yard right now. We're maybe about 3 feet from the front deck. We're at 8 feet deep now. The reason the depths are adjusting so hugely from the last marking at 46 feet is the front yard is built up quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to do a marking here at 32 feet from the point of access. This is the cast iron transition, so I'll mark this with a green T. From this point on out, I am recommending be replaced or updated. I'm not sure if they can be sleeved because of this how offset this joint is here. It's offset by about 3-4 inches. That's a pretty significant one. But yeah, I will mark it with a green T. Mention the depth. Hopefully it's not underneath the front deck at this point, but I'll figure that out here. Okay, I did attempt to do locates here at 31 feet. Or I'm sorry, this is it's 32 feet at the transition. Unfortunately, I'm unable to get a accurate reading. There's overhead power lines running right over the top where this part of the sewer line is at, and I'm picking up the signal in about a 6-foot wide berth, so I'm not able to get right on top of it. It's possible it may go right underneath the deck, which is why I'm having a hard time finding it. I did do a marking at 35 feet, so it's only about 3 feet beyond that, or back closer to the house where the transition here is. So if the repair guys are digging down, it won't be that hard to figure it out. I'm going to go ahead and keep reeling back. We did check with the neighbors, as I was informed when I got here that the city has a record of an unconforming sewer line, and the belief was that there is a possible party line situation. I see a tie-in here at 28 feet. I'll triangle locate this. Again, the problem is right where this spot is at, there's a couple overhead power lines coming from the street to the homes, and it significantly messes with the signal. I'll try and locate here and mark this, but unfortunately there's no neighbor home that's able to run water, so I'm not able to confirm whether or not there's a party line or not. But this will be more than likely the tie-in here. I'm going to reel back and check it out real quick, but I think this would be it if it was a party. Okay, I was again having trouble getting right on top of this spot here, so it's possible it goes under the deck, it's possible it's off to the side. There is a tie-in here. It could be from rain drains, a party line with a neighbor. It's impossible to say right now without the neighbor being able to run water. So I do recommend replacing or updating the pipe from the cast iron transition at 32 feet all the way out to at least the curb, if not the main lateral. And there is a problem all the way out in the street, which is why I'm recommending the city be contacted to submit the report to them so they can see if they'll take care of that joint that caused the camera to get stopped up. And then I also would recommend seeing if you can look into the party line situation a little bit further, as we were not able to confirm that today.